Hello, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing a family game night video of an advanced D&D story, Dungeons and Dragons story, from years ago, titled The Wayward Dagger. For those of you who don't know, a common theme, common element in many Dungeons and Dragons campaigns and movies and things like that as well, is that the group needs a special key or an item to gain entrance to a specific place that they have to go, or to use a specific thing. Examples of this, for example, in the movie Hobbit, there's Thorin's key to the hidden door, Odin's spear or Heimdall's sword for the Rainbow Bridge bleh, I can't talk this morning. Rainbow Bridge Bifrost from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because they had to have one of those two to activate the bridge. Things like that. So there's precedence for this. Well, years ago, I was running a game of Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. It was a very long campaign. Ultimately, this campaign lasted 14 years. There was a section of it where the players were trying to defeat a specific villain, and they needed a specific item to do it. Early on in this section, one of the party found an ornate platinum dagger. It was in an ancient shipwreck, and it wasn't, hidden offshore. And it wasn't magical, but it had an odd, jagged blade. And so he rolled it up in a cloth, stuck it in his pack, and I assumed forgot about it. I assumed he forgot about it. But it was made of platinum, so I guess he figured it was worth something. So anyway, we went on with the adventure. And they got sidetracked multiple times doing different things in the course of trying to find this bad guy and defeat him. So 5 years later, in real time, the party had endured many hardships. Some players left, other players were added. The group fought in 2 wars of expansion from different kingdoms. They had liberated a kingdom with a civil war. They defeated a lich, they defeated a lich, a dragon, and a vampire for various people. They traveled across 3 continents doing all this. And like I said, in real time, it had been 5 years. I had never heard anything, as far as I can remember, anything about this dagger. So they finally reached this villain's citadel. They found him. They were going to go defeat him. And he had an item they needed to get in order to defeat him. And they needed the key to open this secret door to get the item to defeat the guy. And so they get in there, and they're like, well, it's got to have a special key. Do anybody have anything that might work? And I had them all roll intelligence checks, and virtually everybody failed. It was ridiculous. One of the few times the wizard actually rolled a critical on his, a 20 on a d20 for his intelligence check. And so I'm dropping hints left and right. Because the key was that platinum dagger they had retrieved from that shipwreck years ago. And finally, one of them made a wisdom roll and made it. He said, "Hey, didn't you get a dagger off of a ship years ago?" And the guy says, "Oh yeah, but I traded that for some armor because my armor was crap and I needed better armor." He did that 3 years prior. So they had to get into to defeat the bad guy. They had to get into this room and get this item, and they had the key, but he traded it for armor years before, so they couldn't get in to get the thing. And the town, they said, well, we got to go back and get it. Well, the town, here's the problem. The town where the guy had made this transaction had been overrun and destroyed. All the people had been either killed or slaughtered or fled, and nobody knew where anybody was. So there was virtually, short of a magical means, there was no way to track this key down. And they were like, oh crap, we got to go back and find this key now? Well, we know where this guy is at least. And the rest of the party kind of looked at each other and they were like, screw it, we'll go do something else. And they just left. They didn't want to play anymore. They just left, They found a different mission to go on, and as far as I know, the villain is still there. He's doing his thing. I think maybe I overplanned that a little bit. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that was probably on me. You folks have a good night. God bless one and all.